desRow. We're back with Remax episode 3. Today with me, I have Feedme, Dayshi, and Heyoka. There's been a lot happening lately in the Starcraft scene. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. We had Redbull, we had the GSL group selection. We have IEM coming up. We have WCS EU ongoing, and then we have the coming out of the patch turns. So hopefully Dayshi will be ready to defend his race. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not too biased. So yeah, for those of you that don't know who Dayshi is, he's a WCS EU Premier player. How are you doing, Dayshi?
I'm doing great, very
Yeah.
great.
You
I'm
excited?
back from.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, go on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm just back from vacations, practicing on since then, and yeah, doing good,
Mm.
very good.
You excited for your WCS group in 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, it's been a while actually, so I'm not really worried about that. I have a pretty good draw, so everything's fine about that.
Hmm.
I don't have to worry.
Yeah. Yeah. You think Nurture is washed up?
Huh? No,
Yeah.
Nacho is a
Yeah.
pretty easy target.
Okay. I like it. And Yoka, you might not like me for this, but I forgot your title. But I know you work for Team Liquid. He's actually every time I'm scrambling to get the show on the calendar, he's my savior. So, how you doing, buddy?
Good. I'm good.
Yeah,
How are you?
good. What's your title so I can know for next time?
My business card says Director of Operations,
Yeah.
but you can just kind of call me whatever.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Who made that title? Is it Nazgo?
Yeah, I wanted to put Director of Esports, I think, on my business card, and he wouldn't let me do it. So
Oh,
that's what it became.
okay. I see. Will, how are you doing?
I'm
Good.
fucking fantastic.
Yeah?
desRow.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fantastic. You're
Brilliant.
ready.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah, your knife is sharp. You're ready to be edgy.
No, I'm gonna be polite.
Polite. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see how it is. So let's talk. Let's start with the first topic. Obviously, let me fix this thing real quick. GSL, the round of 32 ended, so we're gonna take a look at who made it. Then we're gonna take a look at the round of 16 groups. Groups and prediction. It's one of the most stacked GSL in a while. Usually, you have people that bomb out early. Some Flash comes to mind. Usually not doing so well on Code, but this time around, it's really stacked. The what the last two matches, the last two groups were last week. True Parting made it over Deer and TY. Actually, TY is a tragedy. I mean, Parting and True are obviously good players, but TY was doing extremely well in Pro League, and I think it's a tragedy that he didn't make it. And then Flash and Solar advance over Dark and Avenge, which I think is more to be expected. Did you guys watch any of the matches? Well, did you like the games?
Uh, sure, I guess. Which games are we talking about right now?
We'll start with
Specifically, I
yeah.
mean,
We'll
like
start we'll start with Group G.
Group G.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ty is like a. I think any of these players could easily get through, like obviously, but Ty is disappointing. It's not surprising seeing like the list of players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he was doing so well in Pro League. Do you like Ty's play, Dayshi? Are you inspired by him?
Uh, who? Reality?
TY, sorry. I don't know why I keep calling him Ty, but TY. You know from KT?
Yeah. Oh
The-
yeah. Well,
yeah.
he got pretty crushed.
Yeah.
He has an interesting style, but it's just too weird for me. And he's not. I mean, there is so many other Terran that you can watch. So why bother trying to watch this and try to do
Yeah, I mean,
this?
he has like a.
That's my thought about it.
Yeah, I like that he tries to make factory work with like a tank or two. That's his thing. I like that. I think people had really great expectations, and then he came over for a DreamHack and got crushed.
Yeah.
So
He's like very like map specific kind of player. He'll
Yeah.
like come up with something like clever and execute it well, but GSL he just got destroyed.
What about you, Matt? Did you watch any of the GSL matches at 6 a.m. like your warrior?
I didn't watch Group G or Group H.
Okay.
Very sad.
Okay. Did you catch the games of Flash, Dayshi?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
That's
Flash is
a
like
Terran
flawless.
that I like to watch.
Yeah?
That was pretty one-sided. He 4-0'd yeah, so easily.
Actually, the only player to 4-0 any of his groups. That's
It's-
surprising, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the level is pretty tough in GSL, so that's really impressive
Yeah.
to go for. Even in any other WCS.
It wasn't even
quite
close either.
impressive.
Flashlight just fucking walked right over everyone.
Yeah. Especially in solo.
That's what was more impressive about it. How he did it. It was just walked straight over them. They didn't even have a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get to see his TVP because he's always very good, and I feel like Avenge is one of those one-trick ponies that always comes up with New Orleans. But yeah, he crushed Dark and he crushed Solar. So there was the group selection. I think the group selection was missing for the last season. Well, do you recall a group selection for the last season?
I can't remember last season. So I
Mm,
just watched some.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, because it
I don't
used
think there was.
yeah, it used to be like a regular thing for GSL, and people weren't so hyped about it, but it's coming back. And actually, WCSU did it too, right? They did the drawings.
WCSEU's was like a very quickly put together thing. I think just to like stop people from thinking it was like a setup, like
Yeah,
usual
but-
ESL brackets are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I
They
think
did it
like
only
that.
for Renovate, right? Not sure they did it
Yeah.
for last
Round
season, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it. Whatever it's
That's
like,
when the
was-
real problems are because, and I agree with that, and Todd agrees as well. It's that we don't know how it works, like who has been picking the names. And
Yeah, because for all we know, it could be Red Eye thinking, "Oh, this is the best storyline. Let's put this fucking player together."
yeah.
'Cause
So
That's what, you never know, because that's what Red Eye will talk about is the storyline.
mhm.
Yeah,
So
he's
of course the best ones.
yeah. Well, he's a big fan of that, and obviously you need good stories, but the integrity of the tournament and giving everyone a fair chance is really important. And so they had the group selection. The biggest story coming out of that is just Flash being picked last, and then parting.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was
as well,
fun.
actually. Yeah, I've watched it and it was some fun. They talked a lot. It was well, it was in Korean, but
Yeah.
it seemed really fun and yeah, as you said, Flash was the last.
Yeah.
That was quite funny as well.
Who was covering it? Like, was it like Wolf? Was it Tasteless? Was it Artosis?
No,
It was just
it
some
was
random guy, right? It's just
Yeah.
some random translator.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes when there's translating at GSL, there's like Artosis or Tasteless, like doing the co-commentary of the translation. But okay, so only one guy. The groups, nothing stands out too. Nothing stands out too crazy.
You mean this is like the most stacked GSL
No,
ever?
no, but yeah, I know, but what I mean is like, there's no,
Nothing stands out. Not it's like the fucking best bunch of players we've seen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Sure.
your favorite group then?
All of them, man.
No, you have to
Apart from
pick
Group
one.
B.
Apart, why
Uh,
why Group B?
Not Group B because there's no Terran.
Oh,
So
okay.
Group C and D.
C and D, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Dayshi? What's your favorite group?
I'll go for C.
Yeah.
Because there's Maru and
Yeah.
that's my, how would you call it? My god? My god.
Yeah.
And he's just so talented, and I just want to see him play whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he tends to cheese a bit too much, I just love him playing, so watch him play. So.
What,
See.
what about you, Heyoka? Which
I like Group B. I also like that we almost ended up with an all Zerg group, and I don't know why this happens, but it seems like every group selection, there's a bunch of Zergs that conspire to like pick each other and end up with a terrible 4 Zerg group.
yeah.
Well, Flash is happy, I think, because his
That's
team
probably
is
good
so
for
good.
Flash.
And yeah, he has only
Yeah.
one matchup to practice, and he's so good at this
But-
already.
But doesn't that make you predictable though?
Well, he
The
said
thing with
himself that-
Flash,
yeah.
yeah, the thing with Flash is like he'll play predictably, but he executes it so well. It's like doesn't matter half the time. It's like, okay,
It used not to be that way. I mean, Flash has been really good recently.
Yeah.
Because remember that he had so much hype and didn't really achieve much.
I think Group A for me does it. Sulky, Zest, and Reality and Cure. Zest doing really well this year, and I just want to see a lot of variety, and I want to see ZVP and PVZ. Because the other, like, the thing with Group B and Group C for me is it's only like one or two matchup. That I mean, it includes Mirror, and like, as much as I need to watch PvP, it like I'm not inspired to watch PvP. Like it's a chore for me. Like compared to PvZ and PvT. So Group A is going to be a lot of fun. It's most stacked, and also one thing to note about the 16 players is that there's two teamless players. True, who recently what happened. Guys, can you restart your video on Skype?
Video.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay, it like all crashed at once. I was like, what? All right.
I-
So
Is my cam really dark?
well now
I
it's
don't
dark.
see you
yes.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, there
You're
you
back.
are.
Yeah. No, it's a little bit
Huh?
dark. Wait. What? You need Skype Premium to make a group video call. Find out more.
Oh, yeah.
What is? But no, it was free. Like it's been
Oh,
fun.
shit.
It's been fine forever. All right, you guys are gonna be dark for a little while I figure out this shit. So yeah, two players are
And the
teamless.
clip's outside.
There's two players that are teamless. True, who left Janair. I think that's really dumb of True to leave Janair. Like he wants to make money overseas, and he
Yeah, all
wants
these
to.
like Korean players just leaving teams expecting fast foreign teams. I don't get it. Like especially True, because he's gonna. I don't know. I don't think he'll find a team for a long
That's
time.
quite risky. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really risky.
Because, like, the better you do, the more you're gonna expect, and the less you're gonna get. Like, there's just... Jaedong was a one-time thing, I think. Like, you're just gonna end up like MC... Well, not MC, you're just gonna end up like Yoda or First. You're gonna eat
Yeah.
Brahmin for, like, in Germany
know-
for a while.
There is Jack G, Stardust as well.
Mhm.
Hyun. There is quite some Korean that made
Yeah.
it.
I think it's like all the main players that have switched. They weren't like Casper Pro League players, apart from Jaedong. So the rest seem like they've always had the I guess foreign tournaments they've been playing in, like different formats.
I think it's still fine. I mean, I can picture a foreign team picking one of these guys.
Yeah.
Even Millennium. Like,
I can
don't
see
know,
DRG definitely for sure because DRG is like
Yeah,
hot shit.
consistent and
Yeah, and he speaks
pretty much
English.
legend.
Yeah, DRG definitely has the most appeal, has a
Yeah, maybe-
long history as well. With,
Maybe Mouse will pick up DRG because he speaks English.
Yeah, okay. I feel bad
Come
for
up, come
Deer. They made him learn English as part of his contract, and then once he
Fucking
lost,
dumped him.
yeah.
Yeah, that's always useful. I mean,
But I feel like the Kespa players they should learn from what happened to Deer, and they should be very careful. But then again, they want to dodge the army as bad as they, they'll do anything. So, sucks to be them. North Korea needs to get their shit together. So next topic is WCS EU. We had 3 groups last week, and Will for once was successful at something, and it was predicting Mini Razor finishing first in his group. Well, did you enjoy Group A?
that
for
was
this
not
year?
something that anyone.
Yeah.
Hey man, I was looking at the predictions and I was like, yeah, I can see Snoot not getting through. He's been playing bad,
Yeah.
and Stardust would have just edged it through. So, patience. I don't believe in patience. So.
No.
It's an obvious choice, okay?
Okay.
Mini Razu,
Yeah.
as you said last time.
What about you, Dayshi? Like, you must play Mini Razor a lot.
Yeah, I've played him actually the last time on my last WCS. No, it was season one. My bad.
Season 1.
When I did it to the rune of 16, I had to eliminate him. No, it was on the winners match, yeah. And I 2-0'd him, but back then he wasn't so good, I'd say. So I don't know, like, maybe he practiced a shit ton against these players. Because even recently, I think, a month ago or 2 months. He wasn't. He is good, obviously, but he's not there. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it was a questionable decision of him to just move to the root house for a month or two before MLG. I mean, like, he probably, like, played some great games on the Korean ladder, but, like, I feel like you're stranded if you, like, go from being in Europe to being in America, like, tournament-wise. Because, like, he missed out on, like, the Swedish championship and a lot of stuff, so it was hard to judge how good he was, because he was, he was overseas and playing nothing. But it's good for him that he made it, because I guess your sponsors are just really happy when you make round of 16, right? Because otherwise you're not on the screen,
Yeah,
you're
you
not
got a lot
physically
of.
there, yeah.
But when you practice, it kicks in like a few weeks later or a few months even. So
Yes,
I
yes,
guess
yes.
his practice in America
Yeah.
did very help to him. And I've seen him really active in terms of private practice, not later, but always ask him for courtesies or the talents.
Just
So
just a little note here. How do you go about that? You just be like, I suck at
me,
yeah, like I suck at TVP. Let's get some Protoss, or you just wait to have something to practice for.
I take holidays, I come back, and I'm
Yeah.
basically a god. That's what I do.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But not that much. I've realized that I don't really. I just do it my way.
Yeah. Which is
I've. It's just about. Which is later and
okay.
a lot of. It's mostly watching people play just on stream and
Yeah.
doing shows like that or like meta. You just
Yeah.
talk about the game, so you gotta brainstorm a bit on your own about the
Okay.
game and you figure out what to do. So
Okay. Yeah.
that's
We
what
we brought you the most talented panel to talk about strategy today. Don't worry. We got you.
Hey,
I
man.
got your back.
Yeah. What about you, Matt? Have you watched Group A?
I did. I was really surprised because
Yeah.
I didn't realize Mini Razor was as good as he apparently is. He seemed way better than the last time I saw him, which I think was not. Must have been a while ago. It feels like I haven't seen him play that much. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else I thought was fairly. I mean, I
I
sort
s-
of expected it.
Snoot is dropping the ball.
Yeah,
He's gonna run out of time to get his points for BlizzCon.
it's gonna be very, very tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really surprising because I mean Snoot is supposed to be the best foreigner, and
Yeah, right now for sure.
he's not supposed to not go to Rune of 16.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like best partner right now anyway, especially getting knocked out in
Mhm.
Red Bull.
Before anyways.
I think.
Yeah.
I guess Bunny is right now.
Yeah, Bunny still looks pretty good.
Bunny's at rank 22. If he can make it to round of 8, he's probably gonna make the BlizzCon cut. Snoot is
But
at
I mean in terms of level,
Yeah,
oh
like actual skill.
oh you think
That's
yeah
he penis.
okay
you know.
yes
So
yes.
VCS points means nothing, really.
Oh, okay
Yeah,
all right
but it kind of does. But
Yeah, it kind of does, but it kind of.
yeah. So we had Group B with Sun finishing up first, Bunny finishing up second, and actually that was really sad because it was from replays. I mean, I understand Todd is to travel to Red Bull and so on, and Sun actually as well had to travel to Red Bull, but they could have rescheduled, but it was replays. They took a while to announce it too. I think it was like second or third game end, or like, yeah, guys, we know it's from replays. It's like, okay, but it still sucks. And yeah, Todd just finishing it last, Morrow finishing third, Bunny and Sun. You guys watch the games, Dayshi?
I did watch most of them. I
Yeah.
watched Todd against Bunny.
Yeah, the Dark Templars. You still have nightmares?
And I thought he was about to make it. The results were kind of close.
Yeah, that's
He only
true.
lost to one. But in the end, the results are just what was expected. Sun first, Bunny second, or whatever, Bunny first, Sun second.
Mhm.
And Morrow and Todd out, so nothing really surprising. I feel.
Is Sun's living with MC, right?
San?
Yeah.
I have no clue. No, MC
No?
and the others are all living in the
Germany?
same gaming house with Jan and.
Okay. So Sun's playing online for these matches?
Probably.
Sun?
Yeah.
I think he's in Korea. I've no clue, but I think he is.
Yeah, he's either in Korea or Taiwan or whatever his team is from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Will, anything stands out for you in Group B?
No, just the whole replay thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, meh.
Yeah.
I mean, even though like you don't get spoiled or anything, it makes a massive. I don't know if it makes a massive difference, but for me it kind of does.
Yeah.
It's just a bit. They could have announced it straight away instead of halfway through the cast being like, oh, this is replays.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. What about you, Heyoka?
I mean, I watched one of the Todd games. I didn't see the whole group. I always like to see Morrow and Todd do well, but they always look sort of middling, and so it's like I don't follow them super closely. The replay stuff I don't mind. That doesn't really bother me in any way, unless the games get spoiled. I think it's pretty much the same experience for me if I watch a replay as if I watch a live game.
For me, it's I don't know. There is, you know that nothing's gonna happen. Like nothing special. Like Todd is not gonna die in front of his computer. Something like that, you know.
Wow.
No, nothing special is.
it's quite
It's
funny
just,
how people are still lagging out of the games as well and stuff. It's like, we could have just sent the replays out.
Yeah.
in a way, it's better because there won't be any connection problems, but you never know.
All right. The last group, Group C, MMA, Yoda, First, and Showtime. That's actually a nice group for you guys and the foreigners, because they're like killing each other in the round of 32. The Koreans, that is, and Yoda and MMA making it out. Did you enjoy the TVTs, Dayshi?
I actually didn't watch these games
Yeah.
because I was
Living the
No,
life.
home.
Yeah.
But I will catch up and I will watch them.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it was an interesting group. Showtime had some. He had a tough group. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. But it's good that one of the big names got kicked out for us, the foreigners,
Yes.
because all three of them were. I mean, they are all so good that you're always happy to not see them later on.
Yeah. What about Yoda doing getting better lately? What do you
Yeah,
think?
he's been playing really well in qualifiers and shit as well. So Yoda's definitely playing better. I don't know if he's just
Well, he's never been bad.
capitalizing.
Practicing more, maybe something like that.
Yun told me he helped him in TVZ, so I don't know. And he told me like he's been playing more and stuff, but I don't know. I'll go with Patch Turn. We'll see how long it lasts.
I'm okay with that.
He's inexperienced as well, and he's really shaky when it comes to matches like that when you have a lot of pressure, obviously, on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I guess he worked on that with his current boys.
Yeah.
But he's always been good. That's not something that we can deny.
He's the kind of guy that seems like there are times when he practices a lot and he prepares specific stuff and he looks really good, and then there are times when he just doesn't and then he looks terrible.
I feel like now
So-
he just looks more solid, like overall. Doesn't look so flaky often. Now he's just
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, he was very inconsistent before. Our next topic is Red Bull Battlegrounds. If you guys know what Red Bull Battleground is, or Red Bull Battleground Detroit, it was a tournament in Detroit City, the Motor City. And actually, since I was there, it's not as bad as people say. Of course, it's very urban, depending on which corner you're walking or passing by. Some corners, it's their corner, and you wanna lock your door. You don't want to pull up the window, but otherwise, the people themselves, they were very nice. And but yeah, so the tournament happened. We had a lot of foreigner versus Korean. Actually, in the round of 16, it was even. There was 8 Koreans and 8 foreigners, which is really cool. And we had 2 foreigners going into the round of 8. We'll talk about the format. We'll talk about the results. And we'll talk about the result and also the production level. Did you watch some of the videos they made before the game?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of the Red Bull actually,
Mm-hmm.
like pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And to me, the show was one of the the best ever in terms of production and
Yeah.
not skill wise, because there were not so many Koreans, and even the
Yes.
big names were not the sick names.
Yeah.
Guess you
Other
know what I
than the
mean?
players, it was like the perfect tournament. It's what WCS
Yeah,
should almost
exactly.
be like
Exactly.
production wise. So like when
Like
there
you
are
put
live
the
finals for
yeah, you
WCS
put the
EU, they should have.
GSL. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the
Perfect.
GSL with this production, and it's just mind blowing.
Yeah. The thing though is the crew behind Red Bull is the ESL NA crew. The difference
Really?
is the difference is they
Money?
have no well
Well, they have a video
yes
crew. They have like a separate video squad, I think. Isn't
yeah,
that? Aren't those
Yeah,
Red
sure.
Bulls people that are doing this?
it might be Red Bull's people or like independent contractor, but the difference is Mr. Bitter is whipping ESL. So if he's like, I don't like how this is going, where this is going, how it's going, and then he keeps cracking the whip. So there was a few things in Atlanta that were not going so well that got fixed. You know, they did some interviews in Atlanta, and the hard drive had problems or whatever. So for the day after, they didn't have all the content. They got whipped. This time around, the first day, they had like they weren't. A lot of people like they finished their match, and instead of like getting the fuck out, they stayed on their computers. The admin didn't do much, and so it took like 12 hours to get the 128 players to play their 2 match or 3 match. So that was the only downside really. Everything else was perfect. I mean, for spectator wise, the stream, the interviews, it's always nice. So, what did you think, Heyoka, of like their production and everything?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
The stuff they do, like the
Whoops.
in between game stuff, the filler stuff they have, where they
Yeah.
have those like 3 minute shorts of like the bus or like those kind of color interviews where it's like two people talking maybe before they play or something. That's the kind of thing that for the longest time only TI has done correctly. And everyone tries to do it, and like ESL keeps making noise about doing that for stuff like ESL 1, but they haven't really done it yet. And I think this one did a really good job of just sort of showing like just kind of giving like a fun flavor and like showing fun things outside of just player interviews and the games itself, which I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's just
I love
fun
that
stuff.
as well that actually the community felt really involved in the tournament because especially during day one, we could see the low skill level player compete on the real stream, and it was really great for me to see that. So yeah,
Yeah.
plus the interviews.
Yeah, the interviews. The thing is, like, they had like so many things going on. So if they wanted to make a story about you, you went to the third floor, and like they took you away for like a little bit. Then they had the camera crew following people sometimes just to do another video montage, and then they had Cam Dozer doing the interviews with like previous players that just played or players that are gonna play or even locals. And the first day, I feel like the first day is like if you're a hardcore fan of Starcraft and you want to see the Koreans, don't watch the first day. If you want to have a good time and just get the no, but it's true though.
That's one thing with
Yeah,
the
it
format.
is.
I'm not quite sure with the
Yeah.
format. Like maybe they like could have just like kind of given players seeds, but then it's like giving these unknowns like an opportunity to play.
Yeah, because I know Will's not a big fan of watching
Yeah.
like
I watched like 2 games and
yeah.
stopped. I was like,
like Mass Reaper versus
I'm not watching
Protoss.
See, I had a
absolute
lot of fun
race.
watching that actually. I
Yeah?
was like watching TL attack. It's just
It-
like QXC mass reapering people and stuff. Just like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
is this?
Yeah.
Cat's almost losing off racing.
Yeah.
Are you off raced?
Yeah, he played TVC
Yeah,
and he
he did.
lost.
Oh god.
It was actually really awful. Like his terrain is very bad.
I think that's pretty
It-
funny. Like DreamHack does
it
that
was.
stuff too, where it's like the first 2-ish group stages are just totally irrelevant and they're just like
Yeah.
not interesting to watch. But this was actually kind of funny just because people are fucking around.
Yeah, and before we move on to the results and the good games themselves, the format and the exposure that it gives, like for NAs, if I think about it real quick, there was maybe like 3 or 4 teams. There was like Dust, EG, Gravity, Root. Was there a 5th team? Complexity. So like we don't have the NA scene doesn't have a lot of teams for StarCraft. But if you apply this format to EU, where you have so many good players that are not known. You know, like so many players that get like €200 salary a month or whatever. If you applied the format that Red Bull does for DreamHack, for example, or well yeah DreamHack, because IEM is a different format, but if you applied that for DreamHack, I feel like there would be so much potential for more money to be invested in Europe. What do you guys think, Dayshi? Would you like to have a Red Bull production level for DreamHack?
Well, I think DreamHack's production's great as well. It's just another thing, but Red Bull was definitely the best production we've had since a while, or
I think
since
it beats
the beginning.
BlizzCon, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah,
Like-
so obviously you want that everywhere, but
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think it's not more the production, more the format of having the higher seed players actually playing the lower seed ones on stream, maybe. You mean? That's what I mean. I thought desRow meant instead.
What do you mean?
production.
Sorry. What was your...
Because you were talking about having the lesser known players on stream. It's not
Yeah.
more the production; it's more the format.
Yeah. Oh, no, but
That's what you meant.
no, but you have the same thing with DreamHack, the group stage 1, you know? You have a lot of...
Yeah, but you don't have the top tier players playing group stage 1.
You have a few. You have a
No.
few.
Not really.
Very few.
Yeah, very few,
Yeah,
okay.
but you don't have Hyun, Status, Tasia,
Okay, okay.
Alt playing in group stage 1.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Let's move on to the... Yeah, sorry?
No, that's true. That we in DreamHack you don't have to play the first group stages, so.
Mm-hmm.
But it's better for the players as well because DreamHack is it's a
Marathon.
marathon.
Yeah.
You already have to play so many games that if the pro players even have to play against bronze players, it's not necessarily good for the show as well. For the
Mhm.
players that get exhausted and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so moving on to the results, the games themselves, the stories behind the results. So the way it worked is once you made it out of your group stage, you played in the round of 64, which was a best of 3 until the semifinals. So there wasn't too many upsets until the round of 16, there wasn't too many upsets. Yun beating Bunny, rematch of Gfinity. Did you guys catch the game? I think it was the first one on Saturday morning.
Yeah, I did not miss that. It
Yeah.
was definitely the highlights of the Red Bull to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, just for that, just because the previous final was so much hype. Like Bunny actually won one of the big tournaments,
Yeah.
so that was amazing. And seeing them playing so early in the tournament was just amazing. And the way the games went were not that great. I mean, yeah, the games were not so exciting, but it was great to see that match. So
Mm-hmm.
I was quite happy with that.
What about you, Heyoka? Did you watch?
I missed the Hyun Money games, and I was really sad about it.
You're
I-
supposed. Yeah, you're from TL. Like, what's going on?
No,
Where's your
I-
passion?
I don't know, man. It was like I fell asleep or something. I
Mhm.
forgot. I missed them,
Okay.
and I didn't see the VODs. I don't even know what happened.
Oh yeah, the VODs are not cut up yet, so you can dig like a 9-hour VOD on YouTube of the whole stream if you're brave enough.
Dig through the Twitch VOD.
Yeah. There was a lot of in the round of 32. If you made it to the round of 32, it was $200. There's a lot of Koreans that lost early. You know, Taeja versus Revival, Supernova versus Jaedong. Did you catch that, Will? The Jaedong games.
No, but I think it's just Jaedong is like a ongoing story of him slumping now. Like Supernova isn't that good. He is good, but I don't think he's Code S anymore level
Yeah.
like he used to be. And Petraeus beating him as well. That kind of shows it. I mean, nothing against Petraeus, but Supernova is usually a lot better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but then yeah, I don't know. Petraeus and Snoot, the two foreigners to make it to the round of 8. But let's focus more on the round of 16 before we move on. Any more upsets? Cats taking a map off Snoot. I'm
Series was so good.
it was.
Those games are great.
Yeah, I like the fake Baneling bus and to the fake Muta and to the I'm ahead, so suck it, and then he ended up just winning with roaches. That was great. I actually talked to Katz at the after party, and he was confident he could win. You know, after winning the first game, there's just Snoot is just such a good Zerg player that it didn't really happen. I was expecting Kane to beat Stardust. Anyone else?
No.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't
No.
either. I don't know. Kane
Not
looks.
really.
He looked a lot better than I thought he was when I
Yeah?
saw him play, especially against Stardust. But I feel like
I
Stardust
think-
is just still just like a level above him.
Yeah, I think Kane's been this level for a while, where he's just not breaking through, sort of thing.
Yeah, but he just came back to Taiwan, and like Dayshi was saying earlier, it takes about a few months before like the practice you put in really starts to kick in, and so he told me he was around rank 100 GM on current server, and so maybe before the end of the year he'll be able to make bigger waves.
No, that's not much. I
Rank
feel.
100 GM.
Yeah. It's not
But
much.
it's consistent quality practice. Like, obviously, he's not like, you know.
But in
Well-
Europe, you have consistent
Yeah.
quality practice as well, and
Okay.
if you are like top 10 in Europe or top
Mm.
5, it's at least top 50 in Korea, I think.
Yeah. Alright, it's official. Dayshi is not a keen believer.
No, I don't believe that Koreans are like
Yeah.
the gods that everyone
Yeah.
thinks they are. It's not true.
Yeah.
They're human.
Huck losing out early to Sun. I can't talk too much about it because he's gonna whip me next week.
But I can.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You watch the games.
No, I did not.
Yeah?
But I would have went for 50-40 for Sad in this match. I don't know what was the
50-40?
result.
Where's the other 10%, man?
It's only 90% match.
No, 60-40. 60.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, that's reasonable.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 2-0 or 2-1.
Yeah, 2-0.
So,
Yeah.
2-0?
Yeah.
Well, too bad.
They the thing is Bales, an American player, played Son in his groups, and so they planned the match thinking Son was gonna do those builds on those maps. Fucking Son didn't do any of that. And so Huck was always like a step behind because of that. I just want to cover one match, Bales beating Vibe and then Bales playing Polt. You know, obviously you play Polt, even though he's a Hearthstone addict, he's still pretty good. And so, but Bales had some close games that I ended up casting on the B stream. That's about the only relevant thing I did that weekend, was cast a game on the B stream. So I wanted to mention it out, because the show at the end of the day is me giving myself a shout out once a week. All right.
Was your cast good? I didn't see your cast.
Oh, we try casted
Was it
with Todd. Yeah, people liked it. The 1,500 people that were watching liked it. It was
Actually,
great.
It does sound good.
What?
It does sound good.
Yes.
I'd like to see that.
did Walshy cast any at all? I think it was pretty cool seeing Walshy there, like actually
Yeah,
playing
that
as
was
well.
that was
It's
kind of
really
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was like into StarCraft until he was
Yeah,
talking
I
about
knew
it.
he's been playing StarCraft for a while,
Mm.
like even when he was like just ended his Halo kind of stuff.
Also, he looks old as hell now. I had no idea.
Well, he is. He's got to be old now. He's been around for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Does he still work for Redbull? You guys
Must be.
know? I
He
didn't.
must, right?
Yeah.
Well, why else would he be there?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he was on the show, because they did a show with Axel Toss to like inform people about Detroit and try to hype it up. And then he was like, if I get 100 retweets, I'll play in the open bracket. I was supposed to coach him, it didn't happen. Then I got him in my group, but I didn't play him because he lost too early. But you know, Walshy's a cool guy. So what else? The matches, Trust dropping the ball. I'm a big Kespa fan. I'll pick a Kespa player over anyone else any day of the week. But Trust really dropped the ball versus Violet. I mean, Violet's not a bad player, but Violet's on an A. Trust in Korea. Violet's playing with Polt. Trust is in a Kespa team house. Like, did you guys watch the games, Will? Maybe?
I didn't watch the games, but
Yeah.
I know Trust is like he doesn't get picked much for Pro League, and he seems to do okay in qualifiers, and like he's done okay in GSL, but he seems to choke when it matters. Like he'll get far and then just stop playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a Kespa fan. I didn't watch it, and I'm not surprised. Pooh!
Okay. Okay.
I love watching Violet. He's so fun.
Yeah?
He's so aggressive.
Yeah?
I didn't see those games though. I'm gonna pretend that I did and say that they were really good.
Okay. So for the rest of the top of the bracket, we had Yun and we had Yun beating Suppy 2-1, and then Violet beating Yun 2-1. The story here is Yun, not to take anything away from Suppy, but Yun just not shining as good as he used to. Maybe Yun's getting used to not having to travel. I don't know, because when you live in Europe and you go to European tournaments, it's very convenient. You're not really tired. It's like 3-4 hours of travel, but then he had to come all the way from Europe for this, so maybe it affected him, the travel. But I feel like he's not doing that well lately.
You're talking about Hyun?
Yes, Hyun, yeah.
Oh man, I think he's used to travel.
Yeah.
He's the sickest globetrotter in
See how many
esports.
points he has?
He's
in
doing
WCS?
everything.
Yeah. Okay.
He goes to everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
he has done
Somebody should have
everything
won that series though.
in Starcraft 2. I don't know.
What were you
He's-
saying, Yoka? Who should have won that series?
Suppy messed up. He had that series won.
Yeah.
He was in a winning position.
Aw, man, we would have had
Stuffy
3
does this a lot.
foreigners.
He goes up at like really good Koreans and he chokes like quite often. Like it's a running theme with Stuffy.
He's been he got like a full-time job and he's going back to school, so like give him a
I
break.
just mean in general.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it a lot.
Yeah.
He did it against Patting in the last WCS.
Mhm.
Well, the first proper WCS.
Mhm.
He did it against Pulse last Red Bull, right?
Yeah.
Where he was ahead and he just choked. So that was a really sick game as well.
In the round of 8, I was expecting Sun to crush Polt, but it didn't happen. Did you see the games,
Really?
Dayshi?
I did not
No?
see them actually.
I
Just surprised.
yeah, I saw them. It was just Sun playing macro, and Polt picking him apart with a lot of drops versus Colossus.
I didn't see them, but I know what Pult did, and it's just gonna be sniping Nexus everywhere.
Ah, come on, man.
Yeah,
Been
one
doing
of
it
the
for
biggest
4 years
highlights.
now.
Yeah, in this event, Port has been so sick, and actually, I did meta with Artosis like
Yes.
just before the event,
Yeah.
an hour before the first day,
Yeah.
and I said that Port is gonna get crushed because he was
Yeah.
just not good anymore. He comes at just 3-0 Teja in the finals. It's
Yeah.
like, sick.
Yeah, but
Sick
those
dude.
games were like nail biters. It could have gone either way. Like,
Those were weird games.
yeah,
Yeah.
very often.
Hey, but still, Teja.
Yeah.
Whenever you go on a close game against Teja, you can win a tournament.
Yeah. Stardust beating Snoot was heartbreaking. Snoot, like, what the fuck? He kept trying to knight us on Deadwing with his Swarmos.
Yeah,
And,
that
like,
was really
yeah.
painful.
Just randomly lost
Yeah.
10 swarm hosts or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
I mean-
donating them.
Yeah, and Stardust was very generous too with his Void Rays, giving them away, and then the Cures at the end surprised me. And Snoot, the thing about Snoot is like he wasn't scouting at all. Like 3 Stargate Void Ray, he sees like the latest Colossus ever, and then he doesn't think like it's gonna be Void Rays, or he doesn't think to scout for it.
I feel like this is what like Marine King would do
Yeah.
if he played Zerg. Like just mindless shit. Like throwing swarm hosts, like where he put them and they all just got destroyed.
Yeah. But no, Stardust played well. He had he had like if some of you guys are looking for a good PvZ build, he had a very abusive King Sejon build where he went gate expand or Nexus first and to gate and to not making a wall at the natural and grabbing something like a 5:30 or 6-minute third and to Sentry Stalker all in. Like Snoot tried, but it didn't work. He died.
It's kind of how PvZ's been going, like fast thirds and
Yeah.
like heavy gateway
Ye-
into blink
Yeah.
because of swarm hosts and shit.
No, but like 5:30 to 6-minute third is like no. Usually it's 7:30, 8-minute is the standard timing, 7. But that was a crazy game. So if you guys are looking for like a cheesy build, go for it. So yeah, Petrius losing to Teja beating Stardust 3-1. Those games, did you watch them, Dayshi? Did you watch those games?
Who against who?
Stardust versus Teja. Just the Marines always
Oh,
killing
yeah.
probes.
I saw them. But, starter. It was not the Stardust we used to. He was just off this game.
Yeah.
It was not this series. that's about it to me.
Yeah.
It was not starters at all. He played so bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Teja's good. It was I was really expecting Teja to win the finals, but it seems like a recurring team to just root against Polt or expect Polt to not win, and then finally he did it. So good for him. He'll be going to Red Bull Washington. Let's just take a look at who's going. I'm still. We talked about it last week. I'm still not happy. Still not like that Trap is there, but otherwise solid lineup. Polt Cure Bomber for Terran, Scarlet Dongrigo for Zerg, and Parting SOS Trap for Protoss. And that'll be in September actually, September 20 and 21. If you're close to Washington, DC, go for it. You'll have a lot of fun.
Wait, are we skipping the finals? Red Bull?
Oh. Well, I mean,
Just pretend it didn't happen.
it
Like
went.
the first game was really weird. Like
Yeah, it's okay. Go for it.
who was it? Tasia went for like a Marine Hellion drop
Yeah.
and killed a shit ton of SCVs, and
Yeah.
Polt went for just like a Marine drop and killed a shit ton of SCVs, and it like just completely evened out. They both had like the exact same everything.
Yeah, but then
That
he
was-
lost
That was
his
the only
natural.
good first game, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only good game. The rest was just really weird.
I
I think
like.
that's the state of TVT at the moment, like with a lot of players.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing though is I like the Widowmine. I don't know Dayshi. I'm clueless at TVT, but I like the Widowmine that on merry-go-round that Polt did, and then Tejo was just so stubborn on going Banshee with Cloak that he didn't have the gas for a Raven. So like a Widowmine, a scan for a Widowmine must be like a really shitty trade, right?
It is.
Yeah.
But to be honest, the finals were really weird and not exciting because it was short, but overall it's not what you expect from a final. I was disappointed, I have to say.
Okay.
But yeah,
Not the kind of thing
not
you
much to
expect.
say about it.
Yeah.
What about best of 5 versus best of 7? Yoka, what's your thoughts on that?
In general, I think finals are a little better as best of 7 in SC2. I don't think it's a huge mistake to have a best of 5 though. I think that's still okay. I'm sort of
I
old
said
school.
best of five.
Yeah, I'm sort of old school in my thinking, and just in that, because like the old OSLs were always best of 5 finals for Brood War, and that's kind of what I came to like, and so
Yeah.
I don't hate it here.
Um,
They said in the cast they're saving best of 7 for the Washington finals. I guess that's what they said.
Really? That
Yeah.
sounds like a really cheap excuse. But my problem with it is a best of 7. You're down.
But is it lack of time or they
N-
just didn't want?
No, they wanted to make it special for the finals in Washington. That's what they said.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's
Just
kind
go
of
for
crappy
best of 9
reasoning.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YOLO.
My big problem with a best of 7 versus best of 5 is the best of 7. You're down a game. You can still throw like a really wild cheese / strategy. While if you're down a game in a best of 5, then after that you're down 2 games and then there's no room for mistakes. So really big fan of best of 7s versus best of 5. Plus, you always have a fucker that doesn't play one of the maps and gets away with it. Then if it's a best of 7, you get every map. So yeah, we'll see a best of 7 in the Washington DC finals. Our next topic is, and even though we don't have the lineup to go deep,
You're saying I don't know strategy?
hey, I'm not saying anything, man. You're the one who was putting words in my mouth. So our next topic is we'll start with TVT and then we'll do TVZ. Not sure who's copy pasting or like boxing the text, but you're having fun on Google Doc. Alright, TVT gas first builds Dayshi. Which you like more, like gas first or just not going gas first?
Not going gas first because whenever you go gas first, I feel like there is. When I enter a game, I don't want anything to be random. I want to be in control of everything, and I feel like going gas first, you're not in control of anything, everything. So
Okay.
that's my thoughts. But,
Yeah. So I know, or I've heard your TVT is not your best and you struggle often.
no, it's not.
Why?
Because I don't like it. I just don't like to play TVT, so I don't practice it, and I'm not so good at it.
Actually, before we thought of inviting Heyoka, Feedme was entertaining the idea of inviting a Villo. And a Villo is gonna,
Vito.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and a
No,
Villo
because
is,
what he was doing, he was tweeting about
yes,
the finals, saying they know nothing about TVT. He should like teach these pro level Koreans how
yeah.
to how to
Are
play.
you saying that to me?
No, no,
No,
no.
to
Oh.
Salt and Tasia.
Yeah,
Oh.
because they don't
Oh,
play enough.
what?
Yeah, they don't play enough TVT in the tournament, so they don't know how to play it. That's what he was saying.
I
He
was
said
wondering.
that.
Okay,
I was
wow.
wondering
But
what
who
he
is
thought
this
how to
guy?
do it.
Avilo. Like,
He's just a random streamer who plays
He's-
Terran. He mechs all
yeah,
the
but
time.
I wonder why
wears a
people
hat.
are keep like highlighting and stating on streams what he says because he has never done anything. So why would you
Yeah.
even bother
Well,
tell
you know,
his thoughts?
yeah. Well, you know,
No,
we-
but I mean,
Hmm?
he's just anybody.
yeah, no, but
to me.
yeah, but some people are good at making
community.
cults, you know, and the Church of Avilo is strong, and he's got a lot of followers. So
Yeah.
It's like desRow
yeah.
but Terran.
I've heard some about him, but what I've heard's not good.
yeah, yeah, it's hard to get a good opinion of Avilo. TVZ, I actually talked with Petrius about TVZ and the Roach Hydra timing or the Roach style versus Bio is getting more popular maybe
I mean,
lately.
it's good.
It's
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Especially when you hit that famous 1-1 timing.
Yeah. Is it like
That's-
1-1, 2-2 with Roach Hydra?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
basically it.
Okay.
You have some variations, obviously, but it's mostly that, and it's a good variation,
Yeah.
and it's totally viable.
And how do you feel when you play against it?
Oh, when I play against it, I feel like it's totally viable. It's a good style, it's a good variation, and once again, it's a
Yeah.
good way to play. It relies a lot on timing though, so you have
Yeah.
to be sharp.
Yeah.
You can't just go in the game and be like, hey, I'm gonna go Roach Hydra and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go for precise timings, like the 1-1 Roach. And once you got these timings, it becomes really strong.
Yeah.
I can see that with Shem.
But then I've been told also that if you go past like 14, 15, 18 minutes, something like that, like the Zerg starts losing a lot because it's not
Yeah,
efficient.
that's when Terran
it
starts winning with the
depends.
upgrades, right?
Yeah.
No, it depends a lot. You have to do damage with your Roach Hydra, obviously, because you have strong timings. You have the 2-2 before the Terran does sometimes. No, normally you should. And you have very strong timing and you have to do damage. If you don't, then you just played worse than your opponent, so you're behind and you have to catch up in a way. But if you did enough damage, you can go with 3-3 by yourself, just like the Terran does, and go for Vipers in Infestors. And it's really, really good. Like, people underestimate the Viper Infestor Roach Hydra combo. It's just tough to micro, I think, and yeah, I think it's really viable. So
But it's harder to defend drops for the Zerg, right? Because you don't have the mutas. The
They-
lanes are quicker.
they used to,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, static
nowadays
defense is
they are
good now.
way better at
Footballers.
defending drops. Yeah, they just put like 1 or 2.
Especially on
Four
maps
crawlers
like
each base.
Overgrowth, 4 crawlers, just so easy to defend them.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're used to deal with drops now, which is nice.
What about you, Yoka? What's your thoughts on the balance of TVZ and TVT?
The balance of TVT.
Well, the state of TVT.
I kind of like the gas first builds just because it seems like they're getting more popular and they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Just in terms of pure entertainment. Stuff like the early Banshees and stuff. It's just interesting,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah, the finals was a lot of it was action packed. It was just a little bit random, but
But
There's-
there's
That's what I
been a
mean.
lot
Like
of
when
extras.
Dayshi was saying he wants to be in control of TBT.
yeah.
So like, then you watch that series, it's kind of plays into what he says, right? Because
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, my concerns are purely like just
They
being
were not
entertained.
controlled.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing. Is like it feels like TVT. We haven't seen a lot of it, but now with the patch turns, we'll see a lot of it, and it's one of the
Oh.
matchups that always delivers. You know, because you watch a ZVZ and like yeah, sure, the Baneling when they bust, it's beautiful, but if it goes anything past the Baneling part in ZVZ, it feels very boring. It's just about concaves and timings.
that
Well-
that Snoot Cat series was hilarious.
It is, but that's because there was a lot of mind games. It wasn't a plain game, you know. It's just I don't know. I feel like TVT is like one of the best mirrors to watch.
It is once you go
Yeah.
past the 10-minute marks,
Yeah.
I think.
I agree.
As long as you don't get into a mech game.
No, even mech games are
I think
exciting.
mech is fun, yeah.
Yeah, because there is Elbat drops and run-bys, and it's not about Siege Tank Vikings watching each other anymore.
The positional stuff is actually pretty interesting to see play out when they start splitting the map and they have to like fight for control over the middle bases and stuff.
It's not my favorite thing, but it's a part of it.
So guys, we're gonna take a small break. Don't go yet, guys, because I know Feedme sometimes he just jumps off his chair. We're gonna take a small break. Tweet at us. Tweet at us for questions. This show is gonna be shorter depending on how many questions you send our way. We've went through most of the topics kind of quickly. There's still IEM Toronto to talk about. So we're going to take a 3-minute break. Tweet us your question. Use the hashtag SC2Remax on Twitter. We'll get to all the questions or most of the questions or the good questions. So if you have a sucky questions, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, yeah. So we'll see you guys in 3 minutes. desRow.
I'll be right back.
Guys, shut up. Hold on. We're going live in a second. Welcome back, guys, to Remax Part 2, or well, I guess after the break, it's not really part 2. So the last topic of the day, IEM Toronto, and then after that, we'll get to your questions. Keep using the hashtag SC2Remax. If you have a question for Dayshi, if you have a question for the Director of Operations of Team Liquid, or for Willie. So yeah, alright. Let me see. We kind of looked at it last episode, but we're gonna look at it again because some of the slots have changed. I think Sasquatch and Maru canceled their participation. I know, I'm sad. I was looking forward to play Maru and make a name for myself. Okay. So
You mean be one of his victims?
no. Hey man, okay, it's okay if you don't believe in the desRow, okay? So the only bracket that's been changed is the second one, because Sasquatch was gonna play Stardust, but now Stardust gets to play live in the first round. And hold on a second, let me show you guys here. There you go. So and then Maru being replaced by CJ Hero. So that's great. I'm playing Hero. And then you have Pug versus Revival, Believe versus Snoot. Woo. Now that Maru's out and that Life is in and Hero's in, who do you think is gonna make it? There's 4 Koreans, 2 slots out of that bracket. You guys have the bracket?
I do.
The first one or the second one?
The second one.
The second one?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you have Snoot as well.
I'm gonna say Snoot is gonna look really good and just
Yeah.
qualify. He has to beat you to do it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
How have the seeding been made?
Well, that's the thing. Is
There is no seeding, right?
no, there is seating, but
No idea.
Life replaced an American player named
Ah.
Sasquatch, and so that's why it messes up everything. Because if we look at the dual tournament number 1, you have 3 Koreans. I mean, and you have Bunny, and you have Huck. Yeah, you still like both brackets are stacked, but just to go back, just to finish dual tournament number 2. Will, who do you think is gonna advance out of that bracket? Say desRow. Say desRow.
Say desRow.
No, I think Hero and Life for sure.
Yeah, your own life.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm a believer in Life.
So
It's two per bracket. Oh, right.
yeah, it's a tough
I
call.
go for life and Snoot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Snoot is really good ZVP. If he doesn't throw like
Yeah.
he did versus Stardust, I feel like everything can happen. And
Stardust and life.
And for the dual tournament number 1, we have the slumping Jaedong versus Bones. We have the now Taiwanese Linog versus Huck. We have the washed up Oz versus Indralisk. We have Kane versus Bunny. I'm so nice. What is wrong with me? So yeah, do you think Bunny can make it?
I'm gonna go for Bunny and Huck. For
Oh,
foreigner.
wow! You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going for it.
You want to earn brownie
Yeah, I
points with Huck, eh?
This bracket actually looks okay for foreigners, I think.
Yeah, that's why. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, only Linok is like
It's fine.
a good player there.
Yeah, I mean Jaedong hasn't looked good in a while. Oz hasn't looked good in a while.
Okay. Yes, that's very
Bunny
true.
looks good lately. Kane's been playing well.
I'm gonna say Henderlist and Huck get through.
Okay.
Pendulous.
Yeah, man,
Uh-huh.
sick.
Uh-huh.
Well, you believe in Intralisk in this group?
Did you
I'm
mean
sure,
that because it's
Henry,
in Canada,
for sure.
Canadians have to advance?
Yeah, of course. Canadian
Players
Huck.
get paid for it.
This is ESL we're talking about.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And for the stage 2, no one has been replaced. So SOSMC, Teja, Yan, and Major didn't go. That's a story we didn't cover. Major was gonna go to Detroit, and then because he was going to Detroit, couldn't make it to IEM because you have to give your passport for 2 weeks to get the visa. And then didn't go to Detroit, and now gave his slot to Violet for IEM Toronto. So fucking Major missing out on 2 tournaments, doing who knows what. I think it's really unfortunate for him, and he also beat Pole to qualify for the for IEM Toronto. So this is really weird. Are you gonna watch the tournament? I mean, obviously there's Flash. Do you like Flash, Dayshi?
I do.
Yes.
I
Yes.
will watch the tournament, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
It's a major tournament.
Mhm.
It's you cannot miss it.
If you have to pick between like Polt and Teja VODs, which one do you watch first?
Deja, by
Mm.
far.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pot's play seems really shaky and weird and not solid, but somehow he makes it work.
I think his
That's-
TVP is something you can copy, but like his other builds with his like TVZ is a bit off. I think.
Yeah, well, his TVP is pretty solid.
I hope Scarlet gets to play Flash.
I don't know.
I would like
He'll
to see
probably get
that.
stomped.
I would like to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you'd like to see it, but
Mm.
it's not gonna be pretty.
There's another story that we kind of went over by was Scarlett qualifying like a Red Bull at a qualifier for Detroit, and it was just like Americans or whatever, and Scarlett qualified for Detroit but didn't go. This time she's going to IEM Toronto, but it feels to me like Scarlett is trying her hardest not to make it to BlizzCon. She's got she's got the money, she's got the team, but no, it's a little bit of a sad story. As her practice in Korea been paying off. I know she was in Taiwan playing a clan war versus a Taiwanese team with Acer.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that? I don't know if I can pull up the results.
No,
I did
There's a
not
lot
see
of
that.
places, huh?
Acer won 5-4, but I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I think there's some good games with Linux and Innovation.
Okay.
It was weird. It was 10k show match, just like that.
Yeah.
Acer money.
Didn't they do that versus Team Liquid? For like some.
They did, and
Yeah.
MMA just
Yeah, all
5-0'd, I think.
Is that a DreamHack?
Yeah. It was like everyone moved for one show match, like in a special like for special show and stuff,
Yes.
and just goes 5-0, the most ridiculous show match ever.
Yeah.
It was so painful to watch.
Is it fair to say Acer is the best StarCraft team? Like excluding Kespa?
No, including Kespa. No,
no
never
way.
mind. Yeah,
Not a chance. It's KT.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I'm biased about Axiom, and if there's a Pro League team, I wish it's only Acer and not Axiom. I feel like Acer has enough depth. Well, they don't have enough
Liquid.
players, but because Pro League's looking for more teams for next season, right?
Yeah.
And I hope it would be only Acer. Like Acer picks up like True or a Protoss, and then they just do it without Axiom. That would be something I'd like to see. Just because I feel like it's the best the foreign scene has to offer. Well,
Liquid, man.
yeah, Liquid. Well, I
I
mean,
think it's really close between Acer and Liquid.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Insane.
think too, honestly.
Is it though?
Acer has a lot of depth, though. It's not super easy to compare, I think.
I'm looking at their team results here, and I think they keep like.
Yeah, look at the team results.
Yeah.
They have the two best foreigners. They have Teja, who has won the most tournaments in Starcraft 2 by, yeah.
Oh no!
He did.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have Hero.
No.
Who else?
No, you can't say
But
you
you
have
have
Eero. No, but you can't say you have Eero. He's been slumping so hard.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't have a house or something.
Still, they have Mana and
Yeah.
players like that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
no,
sick.
I agree. I'm not saying Team Liquid's a bad team, obviously, but okay,
Do it.
yeah. So yeah, that wraps up IEM Toronto. Unless you guys have any final words on. Okay, let's pick a winner, just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yes.
Teja.
Yeah, Teja. Well,
Flash.
Easy pick.
Matt.
I was going to pick Teja, but maybe I'll choose something else now.
Yeah.
How do you think the crowd will be?
Okay, so here's the thing. Fan Expo is $115 to get in to spectate. You can buy a pass for $50, I think, on Saturday, and 40 on Sunday. So some people like
It's expensive.
yeah, it fucking is. It's a big convention. So I think the crowd will be inconsistent, but if a lot of people show up on Sunday, it'll be loud and great.
Canada
Um,
doesn't have that many events though, so I think like when they do have events, people go and they
Yeah.
get really excited for it.
Yeah,
it,
because what was the last event in Canada?
it was season 3 finals hosted by
WCS.
ASL.
And I remember it was amazing. Like
Yeah.
the
Isn't that
crowd
weird
was-
warehouse thing?
Hey, dude, it was awesome. Come on, you were there.
Yeah,
you
I
had
know.
goosebumps.
We hung out. It was
yeah?
fun.
Yeah, okay.
It was a good event.
Yeah. Nerd chills? Maybe?
Mm.
Okay, Matt.
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay, fuck you, Matt. So if I have to pick a winner, I'm gonna pick CJ Ero because you know he's got this work cut out for him in the first round. After that, hopefully he's gonna win to not make me look bad. So yeah, okay. So we'll take questions from Twitter. We have a bunch of them. Nice, you guys tweeted. It's always great. You can tweet. You can still tweet. It's not too late. We'll take a bunch of questions. Probably not for 50 minutes, but maybe if you guys are really good at questions, we might do it. We'll see. Let's start. Okay, so that was last week. This week we have. Oh, hold on. Let me get my production ready. Let's go. How important do you think seating is for open bracket like Redbull Battleground that have a wide variety of skill? Heyoka.
I think it's actually pretty important.
Yeah.
In general, just because like, especially when you have an open bracket thing, you have a lot of games you have to get through, and it's just like a lot of them don't really matter, and a lot of them are like kind of uninteresting both for the players and for the fans, and you don't really want a lot of really like popular and good players hitting each other, you know, and like early on in day one, just
Yeah.
because like people don't really watch that stuff. I think your crowd is a lot smaller, so just for the health of the tournament, I think it's really important to
But
see people.
I don't think it's fair to say your crowd is smaller because most of these events have the first day on a Friday. So, like, most people have jobs. Like, if you're a player, yeah, you take the day off for Friday and you come play. But if you're not a player, taking a day off just to watch games, like, people need money, man. It costs
Right.
money to go there. So, but one thing, though, that I wanted to say. Fuck. Shit. Okay, Dayshi, go for it. How important are the seating?
The sittings,
Yeah.
they are important.
Yeah.
I think, because if you have, it's just so obvious. I don't
yeah.
even want to
Yeah.
explain.
Have you ever been to a tournament where you like played like maybe in France where you played Todd like in the first round or something and you were like disgusted that you traveled all the way and got fucked by an incompetent admin? Has it ever happened?
Yeah, no.
No?
It's never happened. It would be really dumb.
Actually, one of the flaw with the format of Red Bull, I remember now, is you could try to you knew who you were gonna play if you finished first or second. It was like Group 1 versus Group 32, Group 2 versus 31, and so depending on what the other results of the group were, which sometimes they were played in advance, you could figure it out. If you finish, so like for example, Puck, I played Puck, right? Because I finished second in my group. Puck could have finished second in this group to dodge me, you know? And so,
Wow.
yeah, so that's, and that's one thing that, Complexity, Angelus and Moosegale, one of them could have threw to not play each other in the round of 64 because there was a team kill. So, there's a lot of situations like that. And, obviously the Red Bull format is nice for the fans, but it might be flawed for that reason. Will, any thoughts on that question?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with the with like how DreamHack does it. The pro players don't have to waste the whole day playing no names or something. I think maybe they could do something like that, but then it takes away from what Red Bull is. But
But
Yeah.
what do we think about round of 64 single elimination best of 3? Like you get out of your group and then it's like sudden death right away. Dayshi.
like MLG.
Well,
Um,
no, it's yeah.
it's a bit rough,
Yeah.
especially in best of 3. I would prefer it to be best of 5 because it can go really quick. But You know, in the end, everyone has to be eliminated at some point. So,
Yeah, no mercy.
some mercy, but
I think
not
single
not
elims
so
okay.
much. It's not best of one, at least. Come on.
Yeah, of course, of course. Alright, let's go to the next question. Okay, we sort of touched on it last week, but what do you think about Kespa wanting to open Pro League to foreigners, viewers, and teams? Heyoka.
It's good. I think it's probably. I actually didn't see what you said about it last week, but I think overall it's probably good for them and also for the fans.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a win-win thing.
well,
Yeah, I don't see any real downsides, honestly.
yeah, I mean, you could say they're gonna be the bottom team, but then at the end of the day, it's still helping Pro League and it's helping the foreigners too, to practice in Korea and to get better. And that was something we wanted to do the topic today about, but Heyoka not being a player, we sort of like went around it. But Dayshi, just quickly, if there was a foreigner pro house, would you go? If it was like maybe not the full 8 months, but if you had to commit maybe like 3-4 months.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Three,
Cool.
4 months. It's maybe 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 maximum.
Okay.
But I've been to Korean holidays. It's lovely, so I think
Yeah.
I would
It's
definitely go for it.
it's living the life. It's so.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It's a big city. Well, any thoughts on this question?
I think it's like a fine line with like it depends who would go. Like I think you would need committed players if they were gonna actually compete
Yeah.
in Pro League, and
Yeah.
just have some kind of consistency.
So, but what do you think? Like, cause I asked Dayshi, like, would you go for 3 months? Do you think if you had like a solid roster that would commit for like 8 months, and then you had a few sub-ins and sub-outs, you think that'd
Yeah,
be
that's
okay?
what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going over. I'm the. chef.
I
already
think
know
you
who's going.
you wouldn't make enough money just going there and
I
playing
think
Pro
yeah,
League.
if it was subsidized by Casper, obviously, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not getting paid by it, so it doesn't make much sense as a player, I guess, unless you want to just really get good
Yeah.
over a long period of time.
Yeah, you go there for the hype and for for stuff like that, but you're gonna win some stuff, man, some WCS and
Yeah.
stuff like that to get money.
All right.
So-
Next question. What do you guys, especially Dayshi, think about the current balance with the new Widowmine TVP meta and TVZ? Dayshi.
TVZ doesn't change so much, I feel. You just see some insane detonations from time to time.
Oh, dude,
And sometimes
that Stardust game, the 3 stalkers that didn't have shields, and like
Yeah.
they were all together, and 3 stalker blew up for 1 Widowmine. Fucking
Yeah.
David Kim. I hope I don't see him soon, man.
I think it's fine. And
Yeah, okay.
in TVP we needed that because, well, Protoss is Protoss, and now it get better. And in TVZ, sometimes it kills a lot more of your Marines, and sometimes it kills a lot more Zerglings. It doesn't change so much. It's just a okay change, I would say, overall.
Any thoughts, Heyoka, about the TVP Widowmine?
I think it's okay. I'm sort of the mindset in general that stuff like that is almost better served by having good maps in rotation and sort of just rotating the maps frequently, just so you can kind of learn what does and doesn't work in terms of design and how it affects those matchups. I don't dislike the change, I guess, but I think that I feel like maps almost make more of an impact than actual game balance does in some of those situations.
I agree.
Yeah.
One thing I've been trying to get, because there's a Blizzard guy, community guy, Cyan. Every time I talk to him on Skype, I always tell him like, I want crazy maps. The Shotcraft with Total Biscuit. The map with the bridge that like closes and comes
Yeah,
back.
easy boy.
Yeah.
I've played on it. Easy.
Is it fun?
No.
No.
Well, competitively, It's
But,
well, there
okay.
is a part of fun, like
Yeah.
for the viewer and stuff,
Yeah.
but
Listen. Okay, so this map,
alright.
and then you know the lava map that like in the middle, the lava rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, that map
Yes.
is sick.
Okay.
Well, I love my show
Listen.
match for the speech.
Yes. Listen. Okay, so what I would like is once WCS season up, I would like the ladder to have those maps. Just like go fucking wild. Like take anything crazy, put it in there, and see like what comes out of it. Because once WCS season 3 finishes, sure the tournaments will need some competitive maps to keep the rotation fresh. But I feel like they could experiment and go broad with their selection. Just spice it up, you know. Even I think it would. Obviously, I'm biased. I think it would help streamers too. Do you see like a guy fucking playing on a lava map and fucking dying? Like half his army burns because he's not paying attention. That I think that's just great. But Heyoka, what do you think about that? Would you?
Yeah,
Is that?
so
Yeah?
one of the things I always liked about the old OSL, in like 2006 to 2010 or whatever, like the old Brood War ones, is that in the map pool would be like 5 or 7 maps, and then of those there'd be one that was really weird. They had like Monty Hall and like Plasma and like Battle Royale, which was terrible, but at least it was really like an interesting, weird idea. And I kind of wish WCS was more like that, where like they have the maps where they have like 2 standard maps, like maybe one kind of weird 3-player map, and then one that's just super crazy. And I think that's just fun to watch, and it's okay for the competition. I know a lot of players really hate that though, so I don't know if it's something they ever would implement, but that's what I would think
Yeah.
would be better.
Wouldn't the players just veto all the maps like that are weird?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is like you try to introduce these weird maps, but no one wants to practice on them and no one wants to do anything, so they just veto those maps, and so it might not actually work with the way WCS is currently structured. But I would like to see stuff like that. I'd like to see more crazy maps.
After BlizzCon, if there is some kind of a downtime, then that would be a good
You'd-
moment to try.
Yeah. You'd be okay with it?
Yeah, to try. Why not?
All right. I'm writing down the names. I'm gonna give him the list of players that agree.
Right.
Okay, good. Next question. And we talked about it last week. Will, don't hate me. I know you don't like the questions. Will Flash achieve Bonjour's status in Starcraft 2? Dayshi, you believe in
Huh?
Flash?
Do
you
I
belie-
believe in? Well, his recent
Yeah.
stats are pretty
Insane.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think?
So
Because we had like MVP in the past. We had not really Nesty,
no, we have
but
Taja.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
We have Taja. He's the first Bonjour.
Once
Starcraft.
Tasia wins something important, then maybe
What?
he wins all the like shitty tournaments.
Wow.
Shitty. What the fuck? He has like 12
Yeah.
titles. Well, he didn't win a GSL, alright, but come on.
Yeah, but I don't think it's fair to say Bonjour status for someone like Teja. I feel like Bonjour is like a very like precious word that cannot be thrown
Well,
around.
have you played against him?
Teja?
Yeah.
I beat his
In
mech
a
Terran.
tournament.
Okay, that was on ladder. No,
Yeah.
I've never I've never played in a tournament.
He's, I don't know.
Yeah, he's good.
He's just Taja. Like,
Yeah, but I've seen him through games versus Elfie.
yeah, but he's
That
human.
DreamHack.
With a bunch
You can't do-
through
Oh my God,
games
those games are
versus
great.
Elfie.
He got Mannermuling him and then he lost.
He's been there forever. He has won so many tournaments. I don't really like him personally. I'm not saying that because I'm like a fan of him at all. I don't really like his personality, but you have to just look at the results and just agree. He's a beast and he's the best, and that's it. When you just look at the results,
Okay.
or
If you look
one
at
of
the
the
results,
best,
MVPs.
at least. Yeah.
Oh. Well, none
Yeah,
of-
GSLs are not bad as well.
Yeah, not bad.
GSL's not bad.
MVP did win a
Just
lot
as-
more GSLs than Teja.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like 4 more, I think.
A lot.
but I think GSL is a bit overrated as well. Like, it's only Koreans, but I don't
Do you think it's because the format, like the way you're preparing for a match, and then like Teja is
Yeah,
good
it's
because
really
he's just
different.
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's really different, and it's I don't know.
I can
It's
see
not
it. I can
so
see your
epic to me.
point. I understand, but will Flash be Bonjour Heyoka? Yes or no?
I don't think so. No, I don't think that that word applies to StarCraft 2. Honestly,
It's too inconsistent to.
I think
it's
it does
partially that.
actually, but uh, S2 is really young. Like, mm, in Brood, when did it start? In two.
So the
Uh,
history behind it is that it's a word that was meant only to describe savior, and then was reverse applied to other people who are dominant. It's supposed to mean that they exude a sort of gameplay that people will lose to them based purely on being intimidated by playing them because they're so dominant. And I don't think that has ever really happened in StarCraft 2. And really, it should only be you should really only be referring to Savior when you're saying it at all. It's like
Okay.
but
sort of incorrect to even call Boxer one.
So, but what year though? You know what time it was introduced?
Maybe 2007.
Oh, yeah, see, that took a while. Like 8 years after.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty long.
I can tell you when you're playing Teja, your ass is shaking.
All right, confirmed. Dayshi traumatized by Teja. Next question. This one's a big one, and you use tweet longer, which is kind of cool. Protoss are feeling limited in PvT now because Templar openings died. Do you feel Templar openings options are necessary? Terran fairly consistently, okay, only has one style, and they play with small adjustments in army composition, and have only just started to use new openers like gas first, mine alien drop into marine medevac, something. These can be compared to the double gas build most Protoss are doing. Do you feel PvT is diverse enough? Dayshi.
Not for Terrans.
Not
We can't do. We cannot go mech
Mm-hmm.
unless you go full Hellion.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah, that's true. For those that don't
no,
know, Dayshi beat Grubby with Mass Alien. Like Colossus dying to Mass Alien is pretty glorious. How did you come up with that?
I think I was high. No, but yeah, there is not enough diversity to mean PvP. We have to go bio, and we have like 3, 4 different openers, but we mostly have to adapt to which tech structure you scout of the Protoss, whether it's Stargate or Blink or whatever. You have to react. You have to be the one adjusting, and your only solution is to go bio after that.
Did you see these Protoss players moan they can only go Robo? And then you look at Terran, and we've only been able to go Bio for the past like 5 years. So
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're moaning that we can't Protoss can't go Templar, right? But then you look at Terran, and
Uh,
we've only got a couple openers. They can go Stargate, they can go different shit.
Yeah,
Anything?
yeah. But it's
That's
something that is tough to try and fix, because I don't see how we could change that.
Yeah.
Like make
Yeah, I'm
make
saying it shouldn't be.
So it's just Protoss need to get over the fact that we're going to be limited with the Templars opening until further notice, just like Terran is limited with their openings as well, right? That's okay.
I think Protoss can find a way, but Terran cannot.
Yeah, okay. 3 Widow Mines can kill like 6 to 9 Zealots. Like, why would I go
Split your
Templar charge? It feels so suicidal. Dayshi. If it, like Widow Mines are so efficient versus charge lots that Templar
They are.
charge lot opening is so suicidal. Like 3 mines will kill so many Zealots, 2 mines as well. So
Yeah, but
how can we find a way?
is that a bad thing that the Templars opening cannot be viable anymore? Because when you think about it, this is the most retarded shit ever. Like
Yes?
you don't have to micro anything. You just have to aim with your +2
It's so
armors,
true.
zealots, and archons, and be like, yeah, I won. That's cool. So to me, it's not a shame. It's not a bad thing that you cannot open Templars anymore,
Okay.
because it was a dumb style that was, yeah, it's
Okay.
great. I think.
Okay. Heyoka, any thoughts on Templar openings and diversity of PvT?
I think historically TVP has always kind of been a matchup that doesn't have a lot of like evolution in terms of how the strategies change, which I don't really like a ton.
I feel
I'm
it's
not.
about mechanics, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't really know why that is. I don't. I don't know. I guess I don't care a ton personally,
Yeah.
but I also don't play Terran, so
Okay. Well, you play Terran.
more diversity would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want mech TVP, or you're fine.
Not really. I'm okay with the how it is at the moment.
Okay. All right. Next question. Uh. Okay. So this guy's name is Kappa. So maybe this is a mistake, but let's go for it. What Kispa player would you guys choose? Who deserves to go to BlizzCon but doesn't have the points?
Maru?
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Maru for sure. He deserves it, I think.
what about Flash? Even though I have more points than him, or maybe not
Maru's
now, but
been more consistent throughout like Pro League.
okay. What about you, Heyoka? Any players that you want to see at BlizzCon, but the
I'd
Kispa
prefer to
player?
see more. I'd like BlizzCon to be an event that has more than one foreigner.
Snoot and
So-
Penny would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think WCS needs to like choose what it wants to be. So I think like
Oh yeah.
right now it's just a weird mix of players. I don't really.
And the
like.
thing is, like every time we get good people working
The
in
next
Blizzard.
BlizzCon is gonna be like,
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, it's this BlizzCon this year is gonna be the same as last year. Maybe one foreigner if we are lucky,
Yeah.
and it's the storyline's not gonna be so great. Of course, it's gonna be all these champions of the year fighting, competing against each other, but first of all, it's not gonna be all the best because of the Kespa thingy, and then we are not gonna have any foreigners to cheer for, maybe one. So they have to change something at the WCS. You're right.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they should make WCS how it used to be, then have this foreigner Korean Pro League house, and then when they have their regionals, they can just fly back and fly back to Pro League.
One thing.
Sick.
One thing I was talking about with Exaltas this weekend is to have, and of course, like some players would be like, "Fuck that shit," but every round of 16, you have the players moving into a house. So all the 16 players go in the house, and then the season after, when you're playing your round of 32, if you don't make the cut, then you leave. If you don't
Be
make
like a
round of
reality
16
show.
yeah, and then of course like fucking
They're packing their bags and shit.
yeah, no, but like
Take them out of the house.
exactly, and like of course like 16 players to house is expensive, but if you're gonna fucking throw money around, like might as well do it right. And the thing about League of Legends too is there's so much drama sometimes in the houses, and that's what keep people interested. And I feel like you could do a lot if you had some sort of format like that. And the thing too is it would be good practice. Okay, maybe not for like Polt and Violet, but for the rest, you know, you're in a working environment, and yeah, I think it'd be cool. I don't know how many players would be on board. I don't know how many players would be like, okay, I'm done with StarCraft. Fuck this thing. But I think that could be an option. Would you do it, Dayshi?
Do I try to go in Pro League, and if I lose, I
No. Like, if you make it to round of 16 WCS EU, you have to go live to the house for like whatever, like a month or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
I would. Yeah. But I'm
Eh,
free, so
you're
not
free.
everyone. Yeah, not everyone got that chance.
So-
I mean, it's a huge commitment to go
Yeah.
somewhere for a month.
Yeah.
You have to. Some of the pros are not even pros. Like they either study some, or like if you have a girlfriend or something like that. It's not that easy. It's not like you can be like, hey, let's go 1 month to USA or 1
Yeah.
month to Korea. I can, but I'm
Yeah.
speaking for.
Yeah, but at
some
the end of the
people.
day, it's like you could say WCS EU and NA is like welfare money to the players, and so if you really want that money, you should like if it is your job, you should be able to commit or have like a level of commitment that's like
But
high.
that's quite a huge commitment,
Yeah.
and Yeah, that's quite a huge commitment. Going 1 month somewhere like
Yeah.
that is quite big
Yeah.
to me. Well, not to me, but for some people.
Yeah. And
I would. If you ask me the question, I go where you want, when you want, for how many times you want.
Okay, okay. And if I understood correctly, you're single, right? So the ladies out there, they can tweet at you. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Really?
All right. Yes. Yeah. We're building your female fan base starting today with you. All right. Next question. Let me see what we have. Do you think Red Bull should do WCS, at least WCS America? In my opinion, they have much better production than ESL. Well, we talked about that earlier, and it's the same people. It's just not the same level of management above the employees. Plus, there's a video team that's separate. So if they'd hire the video team, it might be the same people. I'm not sure. I'd have to confirm, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't actually know, so
Yeah,
I might be wrong on that.
because there was at least a small crew that they came from Toronto that weren't part of ESL, but I'm pretty sure there's like a part of ESL that has the video team. All right, we have a balance question. Pretty simple. Is the game is the game in a good state right now, balance wise? Look at the recent race distribution in tournaments. Dayshi.
I think it is.
Yeah?
It's like, Terran might be like slightly too strong, maybe, as I'm hearing nowadays. But
Yeah.
overall, it's really close. Like, just look at the GSL; it's 556.
Yeah.
If you look at the Red Bull, yes, it was TVT finals, but when you look at the player list, it's not so shocking to see Bolt and Teja in the finals. We have to wait some more, I think, but overall it's great.
Okay. What about you, Heyoka?
Yeah, I think it's in a pretty decent state right now. It's like I was saying earlier, that's one of those things that I think can really be influenced by just having a healthy map rotation, and they're getting better about that, I think, as time goes on. So I think it's pretty decent. It's getting better. I think it's okay.
What about you, Will?
Right now, I think we're probably most balanced in half the swarm anyway.
I feel like there's been a lot less Protoss in the finals lately.
Well, yeah, there's only been like 2 tournaments.
No, 2 or 3, man.
2 or 3 and no Protoss.
Yeah.
What a shame, man.
Will. Looking for one last good question, guys, but you might have dropped the ball on me. Alright, let's go with this one. What do you think about Deer? Do you think he is finally going to return to his championship form? Okay, I might have not read that one before I asked for it. He lost in the round of 32. He lost in the round of 32 as GSL group. So he's back on the Pro League team. He's going to do well eventually. We believe in him. And thank you for the question. Sorry for dropping the ball. Alright, so we're going to do the shout-outs. We really appreciate you guys watching the show. We had a lot of fun. And if you want to stick around and hear what we're up to outside of the show and what we have coming up, just stick around. So, Dayshi, what tournaments do you have? Where can we find your stream? They can see the Twitter right now, so you don't have to mention it. And of course, your team, sponsor, shout out, everything.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
I always like to have this kind of talk show about Starcraft 2. It's fun. It's pretty chill. Then, thanks to everyone that have been watching. They have been lovely. I hope they have been lovely. And then, yeah, thanks to my team, to my sponsors, and my next tournament. It's Remax Stockholm, WCS.
Are you afraid of Moscow?
Moscow, yeah, I am afraid of Moscow. I am.
You don't want to go to Russia? Is it because of the plane that got bombed? Like, in the air?
Part of that.
Wow.
I didn't really want to go there, first of all.
Okay.
And then with all the shit happening in Ukraine and Russia and so on,
it's not worth.
I don't really
Okay.
want to go there. Yeah. And I'll be at some online tournaments as well really soon.
Okay.
some big ones. So yeah, thanks guys.
All right. So follow him on Twitter for tournament updates and tournament results. Yoka, what do you have planned up?
Well, I don't actually have a lot planned. I'm
Yeah?
gonna go to the Dota tournament in New York in October.
Yeah.
That's my nearest plan.
Yeah.
Not even StarCraft related. I was gonna go to Toronto, and then I decided not to.
Oh, is it a long travel for
Oh.
you?
Yeah, well, I live in Minnesota, so it would be kind of annoying to get there, I guess.
How many hours by car?
Probably like 30. I don't know.
Oh, okay. If you said
Oh.
something like 7, I was gonna say no passion, but you're
No,
off the hook.
even Detroit was like 11 hours for me. I was thinking about driving there, but it's like just far enough that it's a little too annoying.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, you can find him on Twitter for he likes to tweet tournament results. Sometimes you talk about tournaments on your Twitter. And yeah, if you want to follow the operations, the director of operations of Team Liquid, such a sick title. Will, are you gonna stream more this week? What do you have planned?
Yeah, I'll be playing tomorrow probably on my stream. You can see that on my Twitch chat, whatever.
Okay.
So you just follow me on Feedme SC2. Shout out to Soypack Venice chat. That's
Do you still have the rotating GIF of the Korean girl?
No.
You,
Hey, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you didn't
That's
know,
when I got load of views.
yeah. If you didn't know, Dayshi Will like gathered like video footage of a Korean woman, and he made it on loop for like 10 minutes,
I was just making a point that.
and then he got up to 150 viewers. He was living
It
the
was
dream.
awesome. It was so good.
I
Yeah.
know, but I got up to like 150 within like.
Imagine if
30
you started
minutes or
asking for
something.
donations, man.
Made no sense.
You'd have been rolling in the money, swimming. And okay.
Can't
Okay.
talk about these things.
All right. So
Grow hoops.
yeah.
Women will go crazy.
I'll be at IEM Toronto playing CJ Hero and making a name for myself. And I'll try to stream tomorrow, but I'm leaving on Wednesday. So maybe there'll be a little bit of packing tomorrow and not so much streaming. I appreciate you guys watching the show. Feedback, criticism, always welcome. Hashtag SC2 Remax. VOD on YouTube is going to be posted about in an hour. We now have the MP3 on the Liquipedia page. And we have a Liquipedia page now. We made it. We're there. So you can check that out. Catch up on the show. Check the other episodes. Thank you, Dayshi Heyoka, for being on the show. Shout out to my sponsors, Corsair, Asus, and Shares for Gaming. And yeah, I'm not used to this, guys. All right. Thank you for watching, and have a good day, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
You.